What's up guys, YST here and welcome back to another Raid Shadow Legends video. And today I'm actually pretty excited to showcase this team right here. Now it's nothing crazy new or anything like that, but in my previous Spider 25 videos, it was always above 40 seconds, right? And this team has managed to bring it down to 30 seconds. Now being able to save 10 seconds on average in every single run, I think that's pretty huge, and I thought it was worth sharing for people that's not familiar with this style of composition. Now it's including a reset champion that can be at a rank 50 if you want her to be, 2 cold hearts, any burn champion, whether that be Mordecai, a Kof the Seed, or my kind of personal preference in Tyrant Ixlamore, who you just have to put up the burn once and let it roll. And then a stun champion. This could be a miscreated monster and so forth. Now how this team is working is, you don't want to kill any spiderlings, you want to bring in as less damage as possible from your burn champion and from your stun champion, whether that be miscreated monster or whoever, and 2 cold hearts for their heart seekers, reset to be able to get those abilities out again. If you're using a Tyrant Ixlamore, his cooldown is actually on a 3 turn, or should I say his duration. So you put the burn up once, let it roll, and it works perfectly fine. So these champions are actually built really like naked kind of in a thing. Renegade doesn't need any gear, Astralon just the speed and it's all good to go with some accuracy. Cold Heart's built relatively well, and a Kof the Seed also in some mid-tier gear, nothing insane. So let's just showcase this run. I'm going to show you with Tyrant, and then I'm going to show you with a freeze champion as well, where I feel like the animations are a lot slower for some reason. So get those stuns out, and I actually want these spiders to not get the stun. I'm going to showcase why. So they're going to go for her now, kind of taking her out of the equation to be able to mitigate one of her turns away to save like an extra 1 second. There we go. Stun's going to come through, and now everybody's stunned, right? Heart Seekers, let the burns tick. And that was done in 33 seconds. This is impressive, right? I'm a huge fan of this now, and I'm going to be using this all the time. So if you don't have a Sissia, you don't have a Crypt King Growl, you don't have those void legendaries like that Fox, I forgot her name. Really great way, right? Because Astralon was a fusion from last year's Valentine's, or you can use any other stun champions at 100% chance. Of course, freeze is an option, but we'll showcase that in a minute. And then a Kof the Seed can be replaced with any AoE HP burn champion. Just make sure you're not bringing them in for damage. A reset champion in Renegade or Kymar. I actually feel like Renegade's a little bit better in my opinion, because with the extra turn meter boost, you're taking extra turns with a Kymar, and preferably you want to keep him tuned for the arena. And then 2 rare champions in Cold Hearts. Now let's just bring in a Tyrant Ixlamore and show the difference, because it's not huge, but I found it a lot more consistent at the 30 to 33 seconds, if you care about literally a couple seconds. Where is he? Tyrant, and let's just set up the presets, and while we're on the screen, let me just showcase this. So you want to open up with the Sacrificial Ritual, the reset one, but if you've got a Kymar, you want to open up with the A1 or the A2 and do the reset on the next cycle, okay? Because you want them to take their turns, then reset, and then you're ready to rock and roll. With her, because she only reduces it by 2 turns, you need to do it straight away to be able to cycle those abilities. Then we've got Heart Seekers that are first priority, and we don't want to use the A2s. Same with this one. You can see we do not want any of the spiderlings to be able to respawn. Astralon, we're blocking off the A2, we're prioritizing that stun and the drop defense on the A1 ability. Tyrant, we want to open up with this one. Don't use it again. And turn this off to make full use of the A1 damage, okay? So we've got that set up in presets. And let's just try this one now. Also, if you've got any other kind of special teams that you guys may use, let us know in the comment section. Maybe you can help someone else out who doesn't have these champions. Here we go. We never got the drop defense out, which is okay. 10-meter reduction with the Evil Eye hit on Cold Hearts. She dies. It's speed tuned to put that stun out right now. Heartseeker's gonna come through. And now he wants to put the drop defense, and there we go. We actually got my best time in 30 seconds. So you can see that Tyrant being able to just place that burn straight away. It's really working out here. And yeah, it's pretty cool. We managed to beat my time by an extra 1 second. Pretty insane. So as I was saying, if you don't have those Sisia burn explosion comps or the Crypt King Growls or the Fox, definitely look no further than a team like this if you're looking for efficiency in terms of best times. We'll do this one more time, and then I'll showcase why the freeze I feel is not as effective as a stun. So get those burns out. Boom. Boom. Reset. Come on, Astralon. You don't want to get that drop defense on. What's going on? They're going to die, and I've tuned it in this way. And then the stun comes on right here to be able to mitigate every single champion. Or should I say spiderling. Extra burn. And there we go. 32 seconds. So this is what I was saying. With the Akoph Seed, it seems to be around 38 seconds sometimes. With Tyrant, 30 to 32 seconds is what I've been seeing on a consistent basis. So, please, Plarium, remove this away. Put it on this side. Please? There we go. So, what we're going to do now is take out Astralon and put in a... Because I know some people in the comment section is going to say, why don't you just use that freeze champion? Keep forgetting her name, Attract the Wenderin. Oh my god, I'm so bad with affinities. There she is. Now, all you want to do to set up Attract the Wenderin in presets is open up with the Frostfire Gale, which is the freeze ability, and then do this as a first priority, so she follows up with this one, then lead back into this ability here to be able to freeze them again. This way you're able to make full use of keeping them under a freeze as consistently as possible. We've also got this 10-meter fill in the passive, which kind of leads to that few extra turns. And what I've usually seen is around a 40 to 48 second run. So let's just try this one. So all you want to do here is of course let it auto with those presets that we just showed. And we're going to open up with that freeze. Burn's going to come out. Heartseeker's going to go out as well with the 10-meter reduction with that reset. We're going to lead into that block debuffs to follow up the freeze on the next turn. Boom. Boom. Come through with that freeze. Now those burns are going to tick again and those Heartseekers are going to follow through. Drop down that 10-meter. Finish off with those burns. And as I said, it's looking at around a 40-second run. Or maybe a bit longer, 43 seconds. Oh my god, come on. There we go. 47 seconds. Now, with a few tweaks and that little ancient shard there that we just got, this is still an amazing composition, but I still personally believe that the Astralon one is just so much better, as we showcased a little bit earlier today. So, Astralon is... Well, let's just start with Tyrant. So, my Tyrant is at a 215 speed, and that allows him to go after the first two spiderlings that don't get stunned, right? So he can place the burn on all of them. Okay? He's got a 387 accuracy, mainly for Doom Tower, but look to aim for around at least 250 to 270 for all of your champions here, to be able to make full use of those debuffs, right? Masteries, we've got the offensive tree. People will say you don't move out the way, but there you go. Boom. War Master. And then we've got the defensive tree heading down to the counterattacks. In terms of Astralon, Mr. Naked, we do not care about damage, okay? Just for speed and accuracy. We've got flat stats, we've got some HP, doesn't matter. No amulets, no rings. In terms of his overall stats, we have got 236 speed to be able to kind of cycle through and get those stuns up on that second rotation, okay? So, I've actually managed to do this at 225 speed. So I think between 225 to 236 is a great place to sit. And just try to remove as much damage as possible. If you find that the spiders are dying and they're respawning, just keep removing that damage until you get it right. But yeah, that's why I've got like these flat stats and stuff. Masteries, literally the same. I'm just gonna actually move myself out of the way. There we go. There's the offense, there's the support. We're heading down to War Master to make full use of that damage on his A1 ability. Okay, and actually it's worth mentioning, you need this booked if you're using Astralon, and also if you're using a miscreated monster. So where is he? So he's got this stun ability as well on a 3-turn cooldown, but with his one it's only a 50% chance, whereas with Astralon 100% chance, but with him you're getting that shield, so you should be able to survive. But Astralon, definitely in my opinion, that 100% stun, you can kind of take away that damage, there's no requirements for it. Definitely I think is the best one if you don't have that Void Fox. So if people are saying which Fox are you talking about, if we go into Skinwalkers, it's this chick here, Tumizia. I've been saying this Fox the whole time, but she pretty much does like an AoE stun with a burn in the same ability, and that's at a 100% chance. Okay, so definitely the better option, and also the debuff is for 3 turns like a Tyrant. So you could bring in an extra Cold Heart, kind of opens up an extra space. But if you don't have her, this team today is probably as efficient you can get without a Sissia or a Kipkring Growl. How do you say his name? Now my Renegade has literally got nothing on her. You don't need accuracy, you don't need damage, you just need a bit of speed to be able to take a turn, right? So 171 was my kind of sweet spot, but you can kind of play with it as long as she takes a turn straight after all of your other champions without someone else cutting in. Then you've got the speed right, that's all you need, and prioritize that ability. My one's got no masteries. You just need you don't even need books. You can leave her at rank 5, it doesn't matter. Cold Hearts, they're pretty decent. We got a 270 accuracy, a 190 speed on this one. And then we have got a 184 speed and 287 accuracy on this one. And they're not built for crazy damage, because if you didn't know, as you progress to stage 21 to 25, the enemy max HP is kind of mitigated from how much you can deal, and you don't need much more than this. So yeah, pretty much for the Heart Seekers, get those books up because you want to get extra damage. Masteries, we have gone to offensive and the support tree, heading down to Helm Smasher on this one. This is pretty much for some other stuff, and the Spider of course. And I think this one's on War Master, or maybe not. This one's got Helm Smasher as well. I think this one's maybe a little bit better because we got... What is the difference between those? I'll have to look through changing this. Okay, so my other one was built for Faction Wars. But yeah, if I was to kind of recommend one, I'd probably go with this one, personally. You definitely want to get this because it increases the damage by 8% for the first hit on each enemy, being able to deal that extra damage. And Helm Smasher, a bit RNG with ignoring defense. It's just how I like to rock my Cold Hearts. What can I say? So let me just move my mug on the side. And that is going to be all for the video. If you enjoyed it and you found it useful, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. And let me know which teams that you guys use in Spiders 25. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace.